A pleasant good evening. I'm Rob Hipp with SHN Sports, and this is another edition of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. Nathan Height will be on the camera for us tonight, and we are live tonight at Snyder, Texas. Beautiful Tiger Stadium. We've broadcasted here before at SHN. Several alumni games have been played at this field here in Snyder, Texas, and we want to thank our wonderful host with the Snyder ISD for allowing this alumni game to be played here. It's going to be a great one again here tonight. Cold weather outside. Some guys really enjoy playing in this kind of weather. Some don't. But anyways, the weather tonight is maybe a factor in this one. 42 degrees, chilly 42 degrees here on December the 3rd in Snyder, Texas. The humidity almost at 100%. It has been misting and raining all day, not just up here in Snyder, but throughout the state of Texas as well. We came up from Austin, and it rained the entire time on the way here to Snyder, Texas this evening. The wind is blowing out of the north at 9 miles an hour. That wind may be a factor tonight. So combined with the wind, the humidity, the rain that's out there, the mist, the drizzle, it could be some conditions for that ball to slip around on the field tonight. And also some passes are going to have to dart right through that wind. We're excited again to be here tonight, bringing you Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. The last time Abilene played here, at least on the SHN network when we covered them, it was Abilene versus Sonora. That was back on February the 6th of this year. Abilene won that convincingly 32-8. Well, Snyder, the last time that they played, April the 2nd versus Stanford, and that game was lost by the Tigers 14-20. So Abilene trying to keep their alumni win streak alive, and Snyder trying to get back into their winning ways. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the kickoff and more. Again, thanks for watching this edition of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here on SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, live tonight from Tiger Stadium in Snyder, Texas. This is Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, again on a chilly December the 3rd, 2016. The officials out there getting things set here, and the Abilene Eagles tonight just kind of setting it up as you can see it on your video screen. The Abilene Eagles wearing white. They are the away team tonight. They'll be wearing their white jerseys and black pants with black numbering. On the near side, where we're sitting just at around the 50-yard line up here in the radio booth of the press box here at Tiger Stadium, the Snyder Tigers, pretty much in all black. There is some variations there with gold, yellow socks, but for the most part, all black and in gold or yellow numbering, and their names are on the back of the jerseys. A few of the players out there as well, white on the jerseys, but other than that, set for a good one here as the teams making their way to center field now. Team captains. For the Snyder Tigers, from left to right, number 72 is Rick Early. Number 1 is Blaine Minton. Number 42, Joshua Sandoval. And number 44, Johnny Vasquez. The team captains also out there for the Abilene Eagles, led by number 1, Chase LeBlanc. Trying to get some of those other numbers there. Looks like number 7, Brandon Seeley. And 2 other team captains out there for the Abilene Eagles. We'll have their names in just a few moments. A few fans decided to brave the elements and come out here to support their teams tonight. It's good to see the folks out here at Snyder Tiger Stadium. Number 24 also out there is Chavez Sims for the Abilene Eagles. And still having a hard time seeing that last jersey there on the left side for the Abilene Eagles. As we're just about to get things set to kick off here. The last player out there for Abilene is number 31. And unfortunately, we have his name. We have his number there. It's Tavay Sims, so I think that may have been he and his brother out there. I believe Snyder will receive the opening kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. And we're just about to get things underway here. Again, these alumni games played in 12-minute quarters under the same rules as most of your high school games that you see here in the state of Texas.
Welcome to tonight's game. The Abilene Eagles alumni will take
Phil Burris
Snyder Tigers
bringing his team out onto the field now, wearing number 8 for the Snyder Tigers. And Abilene is set to kick this ball off from the 40-yard line. The opening action will be from right to left. Number 20, the kicker out there for the Abilene Eagles. We have one player on here without a number. It's Justin Lair, and it may be he as the kicker.
We're going to do the national anthem.
You just heard the public address announcer. We will do the national anthem before the kickoff. We'll take a break, turn it over to the PA. We'll be right back for the opening kickoff of Gridiron Glory Alumni football. It's the Abilene Eagles versus the Snyder Tigers. All right, beautiful playing of our country's national anthem. And again, we are set to kick off here. It will be the Abilene Eagles kicking from right to left to the Snyder Tigers. Back to receive for the Tigers in the backfield on the left side. Trying to get those jersey numbers as well. One player out there, his jersey's pulled up. Hard to see his number.
We'll kick off to the Snyder Tigers alumni tonight.
The Eagles will kick off to the Snyder Tigers alumni as we're finally about to get things rocking and rolling here. Kicker looks left and right and toe to leather, and we are underway here for Gridiron Glory Alumni football. This one is going to take a bounce out of bounds, and that did touch a Snyder Tiger player, so I don't think we're going to see an illegal procedure penalty here.
Ball was touched by the Snyder Tigers.
Man, Snyder's going to have that ball starting out on their 2-yard line. So not a good start here for Snyder. Not what they wanted to see on special teams. They've got 98 yards to go. So field position here on their own 2-yard line. That's going to put them back in the end zone. Once again, the temperature outside, 43 degrees. The wind blowing from the north at 9 miles per hour. Could be a factor tonight, but more importantly, the biggest factor tonight, not just the cold weather, it's going to be that rain. Quarterback for Snyder, Blaine Minton, the 2005 graduate. He's under center. He's going to hand off in the I formation back to his back, and maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Not sure if that was
Manuel Sandoval.
It was Manuel Sandoval. George Cox Doing double duty tonight, he's the public address announcer. Again, I'm Rob Hipp. Nathan Height on the camera for us tonight. So we appreciate everybody helping out, making this one possible here this evening. Going to bring up second down and long here for the Tigers. Again, Minton under center. He's going to hand off to his back again, and the Abilene Eagles powering their way down. Maybe a gain of forward progress of 1 on the play. And no, there is going to be.
By a host of Abilene Eagles.
What, was there a fumble down there on the field? Yeah, I believe there may have been a fumble on the field. So if that's the case, a little bit hard to see up here from the press box at our vantage point, but that is the case. So on a second down and long, Snyder fumbles the ball deep in their own territory. The ball, excellent field position here on the first possession of the evening for Abilene. On the 1 yard, beg your pardon, on the 5-yard line. So Abilene here breaks out of the huddle. 2 down to the left, 1 receiver up top to the right. Quarterback in there is Michael Seeley. He's got a back right behind him. Another back offset to the right side. High snap. He will hand off to his back wearing that 2-2. Dives his way in, dodges, cuts back on the misdirection. And it will be.
Ball was handed to number 22, Vaquan Smith, for a 4-yard gain.
Vaquan picks up about 4.5 on the play, stopped just short of the goal line. It'll be second down and goal from the 1-yard line. Nice opening run there. Vaquan goes out to the right side and then darts his way back to the center of the field. Abilene breaking out of the huddle here. Michael Seeley in shotgun. 1 receiver, 2 receivers down. And Seeley's going to keep it here, tries to go in, spins his way in, and a touchdown on the right side. And Abilene gets on the board first after a Snyder fumble, a 1-yard touchdown run on the play by Abilene. It was Michael Seeley, the quarterback. And they more than likely will line up to go for 2 here.
Abilene appears to be going to kick the extra point.
Now they will go to kick the extra point here. Low snap, the kick, extra point attempt is up and on its way, and through the goal, it's good.
Extra point is successful. The score now is Abilene Eagles 7, Snyder Tigers 0.
So with 9:15 to go in the first quarter of action, that first possession by Snyder, the ball goes out of bounds on a kickoff. However, it went off a Snyder returnman, and therefore they had that ball starting out on their own 2-yard line, deep in their own territory. They fumbled the ball on second down and long. It was Abilene with the recovery on the 5-yard line. And after a couple of plays, a 1-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 8, Michael Seeley, the 2012 alum. And the Abilene Eagles lead early in this contest, 7-0.
Number 20, Justin Lehrer, to kick off for the Eagles.
So earlier I had mentioned you just heard George Cox there on the PA. That is Justin Lehrer, at least according to George out there kicking the ball. He just had that extra point moments ago as well. So Lehrer set to kick this one off here. Kick by Lehrer is up and on its way. Beautiful kick here. It's going to sail around the 5-yard line. Return by Snyder. Across the 10, now the 15. Cuts inside across the 25 and dives down. finally brought out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Nice return.
That return on the play for Snyder. I believe it's number 13. And unfortunately, we do not have a name here for the returnman that's wearing number 13. We'll try to get that as this game goes on.
The ball will be started on the 30-yard line.
It's the ball resting on the near side hash mark on the 30-yard line. A lot better starting field position here for Snyder on this possession, their second possession of the evening. Their own 30, quarterback under center, two backs behind him. And he's going to hand off to his back. It's Sandoval. And
short pickup of about a yard.
Manuel gets the ball up for about a gain of 1 to the 31-yard line.
That was Manny Sandoval on the carry.
It's Manny Sandoval there with that 1-yard carry. The ball on the outside hash mark at the 31-yard line. $8:24 to go in the opening action of play. Snyder breaks out of the huddle, and it looks like we'll see Minton under center probably all night tonight. Snap, going, rolling. First passing play of the game to the 30-yard line, crossing over, and finally brought down. A good catch and grab there on the play. It was number 9, Joe Churchill, the 1995 alum. And we talk a lot about Gridiron Glory. There's no age out there. As long as you can get out and play, you can get out on the field here at Gridiron Glory. If you're interested in alumni football, be sure to check out gridironglory.com. Third down and a short one, the ball at the 39-yard line. Minton's going to hand off his back, trying to push his way forward, and he'll be stopped for no gain on the play. Manny wasn't able to punch through, and that's going to be 4th down and 1.
The defense holds up, no gain, 4th down and 1 yard.
So we'll see if Snyder tries to go for it here. The ball resting in between the hash marks on the 39-yard line. 7:15 to go in the opening quarter of play. And once again, Abilene leads this contest 7-0. Snyder on their second possession of the evening so far. Breaking out of the huddle, they appear that they're going to go for it here. On that 4th and a short one. Tight formation. It's going to be a keeper by Minton, and Minton has enough for a Snyder Tiger first down. And boy, he has more than enough as he picks up a few on that play down to the 42-yard line. So things on this possession going a lot better for Snyder. They get the first down on this one. The ball resting in between the hash marks on the 43-yard line. For Abilene out there, Chase LeBlanc is a defender. Also, he's wearing number 1, number 9, A.J. Alvarez out there on the near side. The Snyders break out of the huddle here. Phil Burris is going to be the receiver on the far side. Instead, Minton is going to get leveled for a huge loss on the play. Big defensive stop by Snyder on first down.
By the Abilene Eagles defense.
Jordan Fry and company in on that tackle. Man. 6 minutes and ticking here in the first quarter, just underway. Beautiful Snyder, Texas, live tonight from Tiger Stadium. I'm Rob Pipp alongside Nathan Height on the camera tonight. George Cox is on the public address announcing.
That tackle was made by number 25, Tyler Long.
You just heard George there talking. I mentioned Jordan Fry and company, but they'll credit the tackle to Kyler Long. So, man, Kyler just came in and put a boom shakalaka on Minton.
Second down and 18.
Second down and a long 18 here. Minton in shotgun for the first time tonight, and Minton will go down again. No protection out there for Minton. It was big 6'3" Willie Sewell coming up with the tackle for another loss.
Number 1, Blaine Minton was taken down by number 63, Willie Sewell. It'll be third down and about 23 yards.
Yeah, we were just calculating third down and a long 23 yards for Snyder. They got a first down on this drive after starting this possession on their own 30-yard line. However, after two huge sacks, the ball now resting on the 26-yard line. Minton in shotgun, a back to either side, has two receivers down. High snap. Minton rolling to the inside. Now he's going to pass back to the center. Up, way, has his man. It's caught across the 50 into Abilene territory. A huge play on third down and 23. Coming up with the catch was Phil Burris.
Snyder Tigers alumni have now went into the Abilene Eagles side of the field for a first down from the 42-yard line.
Man, unbelievable. On third and 23, it was Minton to Burris for a huge first down into Abilene Eagle territory. The ball now resting
Tigers come out
on the Eagle 42. Minton in the eye, passes over to the far side. The ball's on the ground, and they will say he never had completion of the ball. Joe Churchill, the incomplete pass. So Churchill grabs it but never gets set. Wasn't able to turn upfield, and it will be an incomplete pass. It'll be second down and 10 for the Tigers.
Tigers come to the line of scrimmage, second down and 10.
Snyder breaking out of the huddle. Minton is going to be under center again here in the I formation. Two receivers down to the right. Minton, delayed handoff to his big man.
Ball handed off to the fullback.
Fullback has the ball on that carry. It's number 24, Demetrius Brandon. Brandon, the 2001 alum of Snyder.
24, Demetrius Brandon.
Third down and long for the Snyder Tigers here. They've got to go about 6 yards, I believe. That ball inside the 40-yard line. Call it the 39-yard line of the Abilene Eagles.
Third down and 8 as the Tigers break the huddle.
Minton under center, two backs behind him, one receiver to either side. This time, hands off to his back in the backfield. Has room on here on the near side. Still dancing around across the 20-yard line. A big first down run on the play. It was number 13 for the Snyder Tigers.
Javajay Sims. Snyder Tigers with a first down from the 20.
2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Clock ticking. Abilene leading this contest 7-0, but Snyder comes up big on two third down plays. The first one on 3rd and 23, it was a first down pass all the way to, to Burris. And now the Snyder Tigers threatening in the red zone. The ball on the 20-yard line. Minton in shotgun. Takes his time. Now the pitch back. Little trickeration here, but the Abilene Eagles don't buy it. Penalty flags fly on the play. I'm not sure if they pulled him down by a face mask. We'll see what the officials call here. Coming onto the field, Danny Gunderson, the 2014 alum. Danny wearing number 31. Will be a penalty against Abilene. This will move the ball farther into the red zone for the Snyder Tigers.
15-yard penalty, personal foul for the face mask.
And it was a face mask personal foul. The ball on the near side hash mark at the 10-yard line. Snyder driving the ball here, trying to score. First down and goal from the 10. Tight formation, Minton, quick handoff to his big man, number 44. Trying to power his way inside, Johnny Vasquez. And Vasquez picks up a few on the play down to the 6-yard line. It'll be second down and goal from the 6.
Second and goal.
Minton going to line up under center here. Vasquez behind him. And he will hand off to Johnny. This time Johnny stopped on the spot.
Johnny Vasquez on the carry.
He'll get 1 yard down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 5. 1:38 to go in the opening quarter. Abilene with that 7-0 lead, but Snyder threatening here in the red zone. Substitutions on the field for Abilene. As Everett Bolts heads to the sideline. Coming into the game tonight is
3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
31.
Formation for the Tigers.
It's FJ Sims. 3rd down and goal here from the 5. Little trip up here and handoff, and will be stopped at the 4-yard line on the carry. It was number 34, Manny Sandoval. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 4. Demetrius Brandon onto the field now for the Snyder Tigers. Phil Burris, of course, there is the receiver. So Snyder trying to punch this one through. 4th down and goal from the 4. Minton's going to be under center. 2 backs behind him. He has 2 receivers grouped up to the right. The handoff. His back will be stopped a yard short. Coming in was Manny Sandoval, and they'll actually call him down at the 2. So a big defensive stand by the Abilene Eagles as Snyder drove that ball down from the 30-yard line. They had to overcome a couple of 3rd down plays, a huge 3rd and 23 on that big pass to Burris, but unfortunately not able to punch it in as that ball gets down to the 2-yard line, and that's it. And Abilene will take over on downs here. Seven to nothing, 19 seconds to go here in the first. Abilene with the ball now. They're going to have to drive this ball 98 yards down to the end zone. We're still in the first quarter of action. Thanks for joining us tonight here on SHN Sports. Proud to present Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. If you want to get back onto the gridiron, relive your glory days, get out there and play some football, be sure to check out gridironglory.com. Again, that's gridironglory.com. All it takes is one person to get things started.
The huddle and comes to the line of scrimmage. Number 8, Michael Seeley at quarterback.
Seeley in quarterback in shotgun, standing on the R of the Tigers in the end zone. He's going to keep it here.
Quarterback keeper.
Able to get a little bit of breathing room down to the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
And that should do it for the first quarter of action. As the clock chimes down here.
That will take us in to the first quarter.
So at the end of one, the Abilene Eagles leading this contest 7-0. They have the ball. We'll be right back for exciting second quarter action right after this.
Abilene Eagles.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here tonight on SHN Sports. The Abilene Eagles lead this contest 7-0 over the Snyder Tigers here in beautiful Snyder, Texas at Tiger Stadium. Now, that first quarter went pretty fast as we saw Snyder only have the ball twice. Abilene only got one stab at that ball, and they made the most of it there in the first quarter of action. They were able to punch it in on a 1-yard touchdown run. And after a turnover on downs on a 4th down by Snyder, Abilene with the ball now here on 2nd down and about 7 from the 5-yard line. So, man, that clock just ran and ran in that first quarter of play.
2nd down and 7 to go. The Abilene Eagles alumni come to the line of scrimmage.
Abilene Alumni at the line here. The ball again resting on that far side hash mark at the 9. In shotgun is Phil Burris. He has 2 receivers down to the right, 2 up top, and a back behind him. Good snap here. He's going to pitch directly behind him to his back, spinning around across the 10-yard line, close to that first down marker. On the run, it was number 22 for the Abilene Eagles, Vaquan Smith. And he will be stopped about 2 short. It'll be 3rd down and short here for Abilene.
Vaquan Smith on the carry.
Just moments before this game, there was a 2A high school playoff game here at this stadium. So transitioned right from the high school game here to the alumni game. Breaking out of the huddle, Abilene Eagles in shotgun. Michael Seeley.
3rd down and 2 to go.
Seeley has 2 receivers up top. Instead, he's going to hand off to his back that's right behind him wearing the gold helmet. Trying to power his way down, still on his feet. Boy, they're having a hard time bringing a big man down.
To the 14-yard line.
Savaji Sims with a nice run there, to hard-fought run to get that first down for Abilene. Gets that ball to the 19, I beg your pardon, the 14-yard line.
Savaji Sims on the carry, tackled by.
Substitutions on the field for Snyder.
Number 24, Demetrius Brandon.
Rick Early making his way onto the field. Demetrius Brandon makes his way to the sideline. First down, a new set of downs here for the Abilene Eagles. The Eagle alum trying to build on their 7-0 lead. 7-0 the score, 10:20 to go in the first half of play. Seeley in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side here in a spread formation. Direct snap, Seeley stepping back, has a lot of time. Now he's going to keep it here. Driving on the inside across the 20. Nice move down to the 30. Still on his feet, and he'll finally run out of bounds just outside the 35-yard line. He'll be marked down at the 36. However, there is Laundry in the backfield. Sitting on the 19-yard line. We'll wait to see what the call is. So after Seeley had a big run there to get the first down, waiting to see what that Laundry is on the 19-yard line. Possibly look for a hold. No, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct against both teams. The penalties offset each other. I believe they still will have that first down. So the offsetting penalties, the officials just trying to keep this game in line here. The ball resting at the 37-yard line of the Abilene Eagles. So still in their own territory. 10 minutes to go in the first half of play. Abilene trying to drive here. Drive that started out on their own 4-yard line. Seeley stepping back, launches one, center field, up, tipped, caught at the 20-yard line as he backpedaled his way in. What a catch right there by Brandon Seeley. Little brother-to-brother action there all the way down to the 20-yard line. And they're going to mark it actually at the 21, so just outside the red zone.
Michael Seeley on the pass to number 7. Brandon Seeley on the reception.
Brandon, amongst a host of Tigers, a pack of Tigers, able to jump up in the air, pull that one down. He almost didn't hold on to it. He was able to keep the ball in his fingertips, pulls it in, and as he was backpedaling, gets the ball to the 21-yard line. And Abilene looking good on this drive. Their second possession of the evening with 9:33 to go here in the first half of play. Again, that clock is running.
The 21-yard line. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Michael Seeley in shotgun, 2 backs to either side of him. Kind of lines up in a wishbone type formation here. Little end-around action over to the far side, across the 20, and the 10, and will be brought down around the 6-yard line. It was Brandon Seeley on the carry. Brandon Seeley just had that big catch moments ago. So Seeley doing it through the air and then on the ground. Will be a first down and goal. The ball resting at the 7-yard line. The far side hash mark. 8:34 to go in the opening half of play. Abilene leading 7-0.
Goal for the Abilene Eagles alumni.
The Eagle alum started this drive on their own 4-yard line. Seeley in shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Has his back offset. A delayed handoff. Seeley's going to keep it. Dancing around, plowing forward. And he dives in, a little extra effort right at the end. And he goes in for the touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run by Michael Seeley on the keeper. That is the second rushing touchdown of the evening for Abilene, the second rushing touchdown of the evening for the quarterback, number 8, Michael Seeley, the 2012 alum.
Justin Lair to attempt the extra point.
So Lair made the extra point last time, looking to duplicate his success on the first one. Here for that extra point attempt, the holder is number 8, Michael Seeley, number 20, Justin Lair. Low snap, puts it down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. And with 7:55 to go in the first half of action, Abilene takes a 2-possession lead, 14-0. We'll be right back. Gridiron Glory Alumni Football continues after this. Welcome back into the broadcast booth here at Tiger Stadium. Rob Hipp on the play-by-play here this evening. Nathan Height on camera. George Cox, our public address announcer. 7:55 to go in the opening half of play. And Abilene just scores again. They lead this contest 14-0. They'll be kicking off here from left to right. Snyder set back to receive. They have 3 returnmen staggered around the 10-yard line. At halftime, we'll have a recap of the scoring summaries. Our impact players of the game so far. The kick is up on its way. Lair boots this one down, and it will go for a touchback. Beautiful kick by Justin Lair. He's got a foot on him, friends, and a nice kick there by Lair. First touchback of the evening, and Snyder will take over. Their third possession of the evening comes with 7:55 to go in the first half. They'll have the ball on their own 25-yard line.
7:55 to go in the second quarter.
So Snyder on their home turf trying to get a drive alive here and put one in. They got 7:55 on the game clock. 75 yards to go. Snyder, of course, in their black jerseys and black pants with yellow and white numbering, moving from right to left as you can see it on your video screen. Snap, passing, center field, up. This one's coming, almost a one-handed grab on the play. Joe Churchill trying to bring it in.
Diving catch.
And it will be incomplete. Minton just let that one fly. Both these quarterbacks have an arm on them if you haven't already noticed. .45 to go here. Again, Snyder with the ball on their own 25-yard line. The mist coming down heavily now. You can see it looks like smoke up on the lights. Minton in shotgun, stepping back, has room. Flags fly. Minton's going to keep it. Dives, lowers his head. He'll be stopped at the 30-yard line. He may have dropped the ball as well. If so, he looks like he's recovered it. A big hit on Minton at the 30. However, there is a flag resting at the 21-yard line. .41 to go in the opening half of play. Snyder with the ball. Started this drive here on their own 25. 5-yard penalty on that last play. It'll be 2nd down and 15. Stepping back, Minton. And he will keep it here on the far side, lowering his head again as he just plows through several Abilene Eagle alum defenders. Makes it from 2nd and 15 to 3rd and manageable here as Minton getting the ball up to the 33-yard line. Be 3rd down and a short 2 here for the Snyder Tiger alum with 7 minutes to go in the opening half of play. Trying to fight back on that 14-0 deficit they find themselves in right now. The foggy mist pouring its way into the stadium again. We talked earlier about how that moisture may play a role in this one. There was a fumble earlier by Snyder to start things off that got Abilene on the board first. Minton going to hand off here, is back, dancing around, and immediately brought down in the backfield. On the carry was Johnny Vasquez, and Vasquez is going to be dropped for a loss in the backfield. Michael Milam and company back there with the tackle. The ball resting at the 27-yard line. Be 4th down and long here. Snyder should punt this one as they are well in their own territory. Blaine Minton coming off the field. And stepping in his place is Edwin James. So we'll see what the Snyder Tiger alum have up their sleeves here. It's going to be 4th down and long. The ball well in their own territory on the 27-yard line. 5:47 to go in the first half of play. And Snyder initially looks like they're going to line up and try to go for it here. We'll see if there's some sort of trickeration on this play. And now stepping back, the kicker may be Johnny Vasquez. Snap up, the kick is on its way, and they will punt this one. It takes a nice Snyder Tiger bounce down to the 41-yard line. And that's where Abilene will take over here. Snyder started out on their own 25-yard line, not able to drive much on this one, and it will be a punt on 4th down. And Abilene, leading 14-0 with 5:23 to go in the first half of play, will have the ball in decent field position starting here on their own 41. things may have gotten quiet up here. We're having a little issues, I believe, with the crowd mic, so we'll try to get a replacement mic in at halftime if we can. 5:23 to go again here in the first half. Abilene leading 14-0. They have the ball. Far side hash mark on their own 41. Their action will be from left to right. And boy, I'll tell you, that mist out there just looks like smoke billowing from the stadium lights. Michael Seeley in shotgun. And actually, no, a new quarterback there. The pass over to number 1 on the far side. It goes to Chase LeBlanc, and LeBlanc still fighting. They'll give him forward progress for about 5 on the play. Quarterback in that play was Savaji Sims. Savaji, the 2012 alum. So I'm not sure if he's going to continue to play quarterback in this one or if that was just a little switcheration. Be second down and 5 for the Abilene alum. Clock ticking 4:40 and going here. And Savaji still is quarterback in shotgun. 2 receivers up, 1 down to the right. Savaji looking to pass here, rolling over. Now he's getting tranced in the background. He's still on his feet, and he will be brought down for a loss in the backfield. Great job that time by the Tiger defense coming up on the tackle, number 9. It was number 9 for Snyder. It was Joe Churchill. So Churchill playing a little Iron Man football out there tonight for the Abilene alum, or for the Snyder alum. And now we see Michael Seeley back in the game. And he's actually going to line up as a receiver here. So Michael's going to come out alongside number 9, A.J. Alvarez. As your 2 receivers down, number 32 up top is Victor Cooper. Victor, a 2014 alum. He's also joined by number 33, Xavier Johnson. Savaji looking to pass here. Has all day. Heaves this one deep down to the inside. Has a guy, and it is caught at the 10. Backpedaling his way in, and he will go in for a touchdown. What a pass right there. Beautifully thrown. It couldn't get any better than that. And coming up with it was Michael Seeley. So from the hands of Savaji Sims to the hands of Michael Seeley, as he was open on the near side, that ball couldn't have been thrown any more perfect than that. And it will be a 56-yard touchdown pass. And we should see Justin Lair here to kick the extra point again. 3:04 to go in the first half of play. And Abilene about to make this a 21-0 lead. Lair sets up here for the extra point attempt. The kick is up. It's on its way. And this one's good as well. So a perfect 3 for 3 tonight on those extra point attempts by Justin Lair. And Abilene leading this contest on the Snyder Tigers home field, 21-0 with 3:04 to go. We'll keep things right here. .304 to go in this ball game. Again, Abilene leading 21-0. And the Snyder Tigers trying to answer this 21-0 deficit so far. And I'm Rob Hipp alongside Nathan Hyde on camera. George Cox, our public announcer this evening here at Snyder Tigers Stadium. We drove up from Austin, about a 4.5 hour drive. And a little bit longer of a drive, actually, due to the rain. It rained the entire way. Well, here at Tiger Stadium, we've been overcast, in and out tonight. We've seen some drizzle. We've seen a little bit of rain. And for the moment, things have once again cleared up here. I wouldn't count on that to stay clear for very long. Lair setting to kick this ball from the 40-yard line from left to right. Lair, of course, wearing that number 20. You can see Michael Seeley down there on the near side, number 8 alongside number 11, Michael Milam. For Abilene, Lair. The kick, toe to leather on that left foot. It's up and away. This one will be returnable at the 5-yard line. Coming across now the 20. Has a gap across the 25 to the 30. Still spinning around. Nice little 360 move, and he gets it down to the 41-yard line. Big return there by Snyder. It was number 13. We got I believe that's Juarez out there. Jose Juarez. So we had a number 3 down here, but it was Jose Juarez on the return. So anytime we've seen 13 tonight, it's Jose Juarez. Was an injured Abilene player on the field, luckily able to get up on his own. Has a few of his teammates there supporting him, but it was able to walk off the field. And both teams respectful as always, taking a knee. And Snyder here will have the ball starting out on their own 40-yard line. This is their best starting field position of the evening. Their 4th possession of the evening with 3:04 to go in the first half of play. Again, Abilene leading 21-0. Thanks for joining us. SHN Sports presenting Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. Minton in shotgun, has one receiver to either side, has 2 backs behind him. Minton's going to keep it here on the far side. Trying to trance his way across the 40-yard line. He gets it down to the 44-yard line, a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Tiger alum. So at halftime, we'll go over the scoring summary. We'll also go over a complete list of all the players, their numbers, and their graduation year. We want to give them credit. And kind of talk about our impact player of the game so far, and that's an easy one, who has scored all of the Abilene Eagle touchdowns so far tonight. Just saw another wave of that foggy mist come in. I said a while ago it wouldn't be long before it's not going to stay clear for long here tonight. 2nd down and 6, the ball on the far side, hatch mark. Minton in shotgun, stepping back. Nice, throws a dagger across, and it was tipped on the play. Number 12, it was Everett Bolts, the 2008 alum, with a nice tip there to make it 3rd down and a long 6 for Snyder. They are trying to answer this 21-0 deficit they are in right now. Third down and 6 again here. Minton in shotgun. Low snap. He's going to keep it on the keeper, trying to plow his way forward, and his line pushes him, and that will be enough for a Snyder Tiger first down. What an effort there by that offensive line, pushing Minton forward into Abilene Eagle territory. He gets it down to the 49-yard line. He looked to be stopped inside the 50, and then that extra push by the offensive line put Minton across for the first down and more. The clock at 1:44 here in the first half of play. Again, Abilene leading 21-0, but the Snyder Tigers driving. They started this possession on their own 40. They've picked up 11 yards so far. Ball on the far side, hash mark, Minton in shotgun. Phil Burris, the receiver, out there to the right side. And this time, a little trick action going on. It's a snap over to Edwin James, and James gets brought down in the backfield. A host of Eagles swarming in once again on that tackle. Brandon Seeley and company coming up with that tackle. Number 9, A.J. Alvarez also out there, and as well as number 12, Everett Bolts, 2008 alum that we talked about moments ago. And that does stop the clock with 1:30 on that incomplete pass. So in the first quarter alone, and we'll go over this more in depth at halftime, but the first quarter alone, Snyder only had 2 possessions. Abilene only 1 possession. The clock really ran fast in that first quarter. We saw a lot of running, and the clock just kept on ticking. Here in the second, the possession changes have been a little more visible, as each team now touching the ball twice. Snyder here on their 4th possession of the evening. The ball now on the near side hash mark. The Tiger alum break out of the huddle. Minton in shotgun, standing around the 41-yard line or 39-yard line, has one back to either side. 2 receivers up top to the right. High snap. Minton delayed. Minton going to take off with it here. And Minton this time is just drugged to the ground. Wow. Right onto the gridiron. It was Willie Sewell coming up with that body slam. Little WWE action going on out there. I didn't know that we were in a we're in a wrestling rink tonight. Willie Sewell putting the hurt on. Willie wearing that number 63, the 2004 alum. Tavaji Sims for the Abilene alum. I thought originally was out there on that play. Gene Alacaron makes his way back to the sidelines for the Snyder Tigers. 39 seconds and ticking. 3rd down and long for the Tiger alum. High snap. It goes over the head of Minton. Minton trying to pick it up, and he's just going to have to fall on this one. A huge loss on the play. And the touch tackle coming at the fingertips of Everett Bolts. And that should do it as the clock winds down here. I don't think Snyder's going to try to put anything else on this one. 17 seconds to go and ticking. This should do it for the first half of play. And at the end, they're going to try to get one more off with 1 second to go. Minton looking, scanning, deep pass on the far side. This one up, it's intercepted at the 30 by number 33. Making his way, Xavier Johnson. Johnson on the far side across the 30. And now Johnson dancing his way, coming back to the inside, still spinning around. And Xavier will finally go down after a huge interception return as the clock struck 0. Man, Johnson had a chance to put some more points on the board for the Eagles. That's not what you want to see happen at the end of play, especially when you're down 21 points. And the Snyder Tigers are going to have a lot to talk about in the locker room. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, our impact player of the game so far, we'll go over those scoring summaries and more. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. We'll be right back after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Click Computers is proud to call. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth here at Tiger Stadium in Snyder, Texas. I'm Rob Hipp. Nathan Hyde on camera for us tonight. George Cox, our public address announcer. And we're in halftime as the visiting Abilene Eagles have a commanding 21-0 lead over the hometown Snyder Tigers. You know, it's been a hard-fought contest all the way so far for Snyder against this powerful Abilene Eagle alum defense. Coming up huge on big plays, causing a fumble in the first. And let's dive right into that, the scoring summary so far tonight. Well, starting out in the first quarter, it was a kickoff as Snyder elected to receive there. They got the toss. They elected to receive to start things off. However, that kick went off of a Snyder back, and instead of it rolling out of bounds as a illegal procedure, it ends up falling at the 2-yard line. So Snyder had to start things out on their own 2, already deep in their own territory to start this contest. And down there, as they tried to get things rolling, it was only on second down where Snyder coughed that one up with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. So on their first possession, a fumble. Abilene recovered that ball on the Snyder Tiger 5-yard line. And after a few plays, it was a 1-yard touchdown run by number 8, Michael Seeley. At that point, the Abilene Eagles led the contest 7-0 with 9:15 to go in the first quarter of play. Well, Snyder gets the ball back, and they chew up all of the time, down 9 minutes and plus and counting, and that rolls it into the second quarter. So we only saw really a couple of change of possessions, and that was it. And Snyder got the ball twice in the first quarter. Abilene only one time, but they made their use of that one possession they had. So moving on to the second quarter, Snyder again only on their second possession of the evening. They started out on their own 30-yard line. A 3rd down and 23 came up for them, and it was a huge pass on first down. Burris coming up wearing number 8 out there for the Snyder Tigers. Phil Burris, a 2015 alum. Unfortunately, after another 3rd down conversion, they got the ball all the way down to around the 4-yard line, and Snyder not able to hold on to it and turns that one over on downs. I beg your pardon, they didn't turn the ball over. It was a turnover on downs. They got it down to 4th down and just weren't able to punch it in. Moving on, the second possession of the evening for Abilene in the second quarter, starting out on their own 4-yard line. They drove the ball, Nathan, 96 yards down the field, capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run to, who else? Number 8, Michael Seeley again. At that point, Abilene led the contest 14-0 with 7:55 to go in the first half. Third possession of the evening for Snyder. Starts out on their own 25-yard line. They had to punt the ball. They weren't able to drive it down much on that possession. Abilene, once again, making every use of their possessions tonight. They've scored on all 3 of their possessions. This one started out on their own 41-yard line, capped off by a huge 56-yard touchdown pass from the hands of number 24, Savaje Sims, a 2012 alum, and once again to Michael Seeley, the 2012 alum, with 3:04 to go in the first half. Snyder gets the ball back on their own 40. However, they're not able to drive. In fact, as time expired, Minton threw the ball up, and it got intercepted, almost returned by Xavier Johnson, number 33. Luckily, he was brought down. Luckily for the Snyder Tigers, he was brought down around the 10-yard line. So it could be a lot worse than 21-0. Snyder in the locker room right now, 5:38 to go before we kick things off in the third quarter. They're trying to talk things over. And, Nathan, as they come back, there's a lot of mist going on out there, and that could cause a lot of more havoc. We'll see if Abilene can keep things rolling. And we'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to go over all of the alumni roster and also talk to you about how you can get involved with Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. All that and more, we'll be right back after this. You're listening and watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football live tonight from Snyder, Texas at Snyder Tiger Stadium. I'm Rob Hipp, Nathan Hyde on the camera, George Cox, our public address announcer this evening. We just went over the scoring summary a few moments ago before we took that break. Wanted to go over now the alumni who are playing in tonight's game. I'll call out their number, their name, and what year they graduated for both teams. Quite a big list here for the Snyder Tigers, starting things off with the quarterback, number 1, Blaine Mitten. He is a 2005 alum. Number 20, Manny Asperazzo, the 2006 alumni. Number 8, Phil Burris, 2015. Number 9, Joe Churchill, 1995. Number 17, Victor Amezquita, he is 2015. 72, Rick Early, a 2005 alum. Number 66, Adam Beauchamp, 2003. Number 34, Manny Sandoval, 2010. Number 36, Anthony Sandoval, 2014. 42, Josh Sandoval, 2012. 44, Johnny Vasquez, 2006 alum. Number 13, Jose Juarez, 2016 alum. 52, Orlando Vasquez, 2006. 24, Demetrius Brandon, 2004. Number 28, it's Forrest Brandon, 2001. Number 7, Edwin James, also 2001. Number 23, Gene Alacron, number 2012. Number 5, Draylon Jackson, 2016. 63, Mario Garcia, 1982, baby. Come on. Number 73, Joe Garza, 2008. Number 55, Michael Varela, 2009. Number 56, Chris Vasquez, 2011. 62, Del Cooper, keeping the 90s alive, 1997 alum. Number 31, Danny Gunderson, a 2014 alum. Number 25, Zach Geller, 2013. And finally, for the Snyder Tigers alum, number 33, Corey Stanberry, a 2008 alum. Moving our way over to the Abilene Eagles. They have a few players out there on the field tonight. Number 42, Merlin Bonham, 2003. Number 7, Brandon Seeley, 2013. Number 8, Michael Seeley, 2012. 11, Michael Milam, 2012. A.J. Alvarez, wearing number 9. He's a 2008 alum. 63, Willie Sewell, 2004. 25, Kyler Long, 2014. 31 is Tavaje Sims, 2012. Number 24, Shavaje Sims, 2012. 1, Chase LeBlanc, 2013. 17 is Sean Kincaid, 2006. Number 20, Justin Lair. We don't have a graduation year for him. Doing a great job kicking tonight. 3 for 3 on extra points. 22, Vaquan Smith, 2014. 71, Jordan Fry, 2014. 33, Xavier Johnson, 2013. Number 12, Everett Bolts, 2008. 32, Victor Cooper, 2014. And rounding off that list for the Abilene Eagles alum, it's number 55, Jason Flores. Well, once again, you just heard a lot of names out there. Hopefully you heard yours, and we wanted to mention that if you want to get back on the gridiron, you may have came across this video on YouTube, and you may just be a family friend and wanting to know also, how can I get involved, or how can my loved one get involved? They still have passion for football. Very simple, very easy. George Cox and his wonderful staff make it extremely easy to get back onto the gridiron. All you have to do is go to gridironglory.com. It's a website, gridironglory.com. On their website, you'll find a link there to start your team. And look, folks, if it's only one and you're not sure where to start, you go ahead, you fill out your name, you fill out your information, and the fine folks at Gridiron Glory will help you put together a team as much as they can. So, again, if you want to get back on the gridiron, relive some of the glory days, get out here and play football. Hey, this isn't a league. It's not an everyday thing. You know, a lot of guys, they like doing this because they don't have to go out and practice for weeks on end. Now, some guys do. Where's a guy, JoJo Valika, for the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, and he is passionate about the game. We love broadcasting for Hardin-Jefferson as well as a lot of other alumni teams throughout the state. But, again, if you want to get back onto the gridiron, go to gridironglory.com. That's all it takes. We're about to get back into action here. 12 minutes about to be underway in the third quarter. Snyder received the ball first. They will start things by kicking off. Set back to receive for the Abilene alum. It's number 22, Vaquan Smith. And he's joined in the backfield as well by number 33, Xavier Johnson. So those are your two backs for Abilene on the right side. This will be the fifth possession tonight or actually the 4th possession by Abilene. And we are just set to get things back underway. Back in action here from Snyder, Texas. Just after 8 o'clock, almost 8:30 here on December the 3rd, and Snyder will kick off to start things in the 3rd quarter. The ball takes a bounce and rolls into the arms of Xavier Johnson. Xavier going across to the far side as he cuts across the field to the 20. Has a lead blocker, now dances his way back inside. Still has room. Shake and bake Ricky Bobby as he comes his way down, and he'll finally go down at the 19-yard line. A lot of running there by Xavier, and he's finally brought down around the 19-yard line. Great sportsmanship out there by the Snyder Tigers, pulling them up. Man, you love to see that. So after a lot of running there, Xavier gets the ball to the 19-yard line for the Abilene Eagles. They're trying to build on that lead, currently leading this contest 21-0. 11:44 to go here in the 3rd quarter, just underway. Thanks for joining us tonight on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, presented by SHN Sports. Again, I'm Rob Hipp, Nathan Height on the camera. George Cox was our public address announcer for the 1st quarter of play, and he may be warning in, and it looks like someone's going to help him in. So he'll be back up here on the PA. I was tapping Nathan, but I said, wait a minute, Nathan's running the camera. He can't go do that. 1st down and 10 for Abilene. Stepping back, drilled as a quarterback, and it was almost intercepted by Snyder. Quarterback out there, Michael Seeley again for Abilene. And once again, just great sportsmanship out there. Manny Aparicio, the 2006 grad there, leveling Michael Seeley on the play, but then helping him get up and even straightening out his jersey. Man, it's good to see that. 2nd down and a long 10 here for Abilene as they try to build on their commanding 21-0 lead. 11:44 to go. I think they forgot to start the clock on that play. So 11:44 to go here on 2nd down. High snap. Clock still stopped. And this ball will go over to the far side. Nice run on the play and about a yard short. We'll see where they mark it. He may be right at the yard line.
Tackle made on the 30-yard line.
And so I think
1st down, Abilene Eagles Alumni.
I think they may just forget to start the clock. The official finally notices it. And now the clock finally ticking here. The official finally getting the word. We were trying to send a signal over there to Michael here. He's with the staff here at the stadium. Wonderful host. We appreciate them tonight. It was enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st down and 10 now from the 29-yard line for the Eagles. Trips down to the left, one receiver up. Quarterback stepping, drilled again, but this time not falling down. Catch on the left side, however, being dropped down immediately on the play. Number 9, A.J. Alvarez. And a pack of Tigers down there making that play on the tackle. Led by number 42, Joshua Sandoval and company. Also number 13 down there, Jose Juarez. It'll be 2nd down and 11. So a good stop on 1st down for Snyder, as they really want to get this ball back here without allowing any points on the board by Abilene. They already have 21-0. Snyder trying to stop the bleeding here. And a point I brought out earlier, every possession of the night, Abilene has scored a touchdown. They're on their 4th possession now, on a drive that started out on their own 19-yard line. Michael Seeley, so far the impact player of the game, has all 3 of those touchdowns. Stepping back, Seeley punt fakes over to the far side, thinking about it. Now comes back, and this time he just trips up, and he is dropped in the backfield. Great pressure by Snyder. A huge loss on the play, and once again coming up is Joshua Sandoval with the tackle and the sack. Be third down and long for the Abilene Eagles. They've got to get all the way to the 39-yard line. The ball resting on their own 18. So they're back a yard short of their original start on this drive. 9:43 to go in the third quarter. The clock ticking after that sack. And they move that ball back another yard. It's on the 18-yard line.
Eagles, it'll be third down and 22.
Third down and shotgun for the Abilene Eagles. Breaking out of the huddle here. They've got a long way to go. We've seen a couple of conversions on third down by Snyder. This is the first time that Abilene has been in this type of trouble tonight. Breaks out of the huddle. Two receivers to either side. Seeley in there at quarterback wearing number 8. Actually, did they change it up? No, it's still Seeley. Pitch back. Going to have to get rid of it. He's dropped for a loss on the play around the 5-yard line.
Abilene Eagles tried the halfback pass.
Little halfback pass, and Snyder read that play beautifully. And in on the tackle, number 20 for the Snyder Eagles. That's Manny Aparicio.
Fourth down and 28.
So Manny Aparicio with the big tackle there. Great defense by Snyder. They finally put a stop to the Eagles' scoring frenzy. They're going to punt this ball. Set back to kick is Justin Lair. He's standing in between the I and the G in the end zone. Snyder players set back to receive around the 45-yard line. Snap is on its way. It's low. Lair gets it, and this will be a low punt. It takes a good bounce, though, and Snyder backs away from it. And Abilene downs the ball. However, Snyder will start out with their best possession of the evening. Comes at 7:27 to go.
7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Still down 21-0. 7:20 and ticking here in the third. This will be the 5th possession of the evening for Snyder. The Tiger alum have the ball inside the 50-yard line. They're in Eagle territory. That ball resting on the 47-yard line of the Eagle alum. So once again, mentioning this, for Snyder, the field position's getting better. They started out on their own 2, their own 30, their own 40, and now on the Abilene 41. The clock stopped at 7:19 here. And Snyder trying to answer this 21-0 deficit. In shotgun. And Minton is going to hand off, and his back is drilled in the backfield for a 3-yard loss on the play.
Manny Sandoval.
Sandoval dropped in the backfield. They're actually going to call it a 2-yard loss. So Manny not able to get any forward progress on that play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12. Edwin James, a 2001 alum, making his way onto the field now for the Snyder Tiger alum. Chase LeBlanc out there as a defensive back for the Eagles, Abilene. We've had a couple of games in Sonora. They're the Eagles as well. 34 comes to the sideline, Manny Sandoval for the Snyder Tigers. The clock ticking here, 6:30 and going. Really no rush by Snyder. They're just trying to get things together here and figure out what they can do on 2nd down and 12. The ball still in Eagle territory at the 49. Blaine Minton in shotgun, again wearing number 1. 2 receivers down to the right. Minton. A handoff to his back, another delayed handoff, and this time not able to gain any traction again, slipping on a play for no gain. The ball carrier was, not sure if it was Edwin James. I believe the ball carrier was Edwin James. 5:40 and ticking here in the third quarter. The Tigers Still scoreless on the board. Abilene leading this contest 21-0. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. 3rd down and 12. We've seen Snyder overcome some third downs in this ball game. The biggest one was on their second possession on a 3rd and 23, as they were able to convert on a first down pass to Burris. However, Burris been quiet since then. Minton this time going to line up under center. Back behind him, wearing number 44, is Johnny Vasquez. The pitch out. Little halfback option here. The pass going, and it's caught for the first down, but he's leveled at the 30. And they will say it is a completed pass, a beautiful catch, but man, he got leveled on the play. Joe Churchill.
To the 30-yard line.
And Nathan just talked about it. Snyder has overcame 3rd down and long tonight several times.
Nice hit by the defense. Great execution by the offense.
.457 to go. The clock stopped here. As he was knocked out of bounds. Same formation here as Blaine Minton, number 1, the quarterback, 2005 alum, under center.
Toss to the left.
Another option. This one comes back to Minton. Minton across the 15, dives his way down. He'll be dropped at the 12-yard line. And Snyder finally starting to come alive here. Little trickeration plays have got them in the red zone. The ball resting at the 12-yard line. 4:46 to go in the 3rd and ticking. Number 44, Johnny Vasquez, makes his way to the sideline for the Snyder alum. The Tigers, plenty of players capable of putting points on the board, but the Abilene Eagles defense tonight has put a stop to them. However, Snyder driving here, looking good on this possession. After another 3rd down conversion on a 3rd and 12, they get the first down. Now the ball resting at the 12-yard line. Minton's going to be under center. The I formation, 2 receivers down to the right. Hands off to his
Ball
back.
To the right
trying to come around the corner.
24.
And on the carrier there, the ball carrier, number 24, Demetrius Brandon. And Brandon almost able to punch the ticket there on the corner. However, he was stopped at the 1. So Snyder driving here. They got as close as their own 4-yard line on their second possession of
First and goal
the afternoon.
The Tigers.
However, Abilene able to stop them on 4th down. So here we go, folks. First down and goal at the 1. Snyder's got 4 chances to punch this one home and get some points on the board. Look for the keeper by Minton. Minton's going to be under center. Minton down. He gets it. He does get the keeper, and he dives in for a Snyder Tiger first touchdown of the evening with 3:14 to go. And the officials waving for the clock to be stopped. I don't like looking up down there, Nathan, on these clock because I think it's us running it sometimes. So I just kind of keep away from that. 3 minutes to go here, 21-6. Snyder finally punching this one in. And it came with 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. A 1-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 1, Minton. Set to kick the extra point attempt here, number 33 for the Tigers, Corey Stanberry, the 2008 alum. The holder is Jose Juarez, and they're going to fake it here. Juarez trying to come around. He shakes off a defender, passes, it's up, and it's almost intercepted in the end zone. And, man, popping a lick there. There's going to be a personal foul on the play as
the attempt fails.
Man, failed attempt. Phil Burris put a lick down there on an Abilene Eagle. Goodness gracious. He may have thought that he intercepted the ball, but, man, Chase LeBlanc, man, got leveled down there. Were we able to get that? Goodness gracious. And if they're going to keep that flag, that will be penalty yardage assessed on the ensuing kickoff. So Snyder fails the extra point attempt. Third quarter in action. Abilene set to get the ball back here, leading 21-6. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Call his personal foul.
So it was a personal foul against Phil Burst. It'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed here on the kickoff. So they'll move the ball back. Instead of kicking from the 40, that ball will come back 15 yards, and they'll kick the ball from the 25-yard line. That should put Abilene in good field position here. Two return men for the Eagles set back to receive around the 20-yard line. They'll probably make their way up a little bit closer. One of those out there on the far side, number 22, Vaquan Smith.
With 3 minutes to
And
go
then on the
in
near
third
side,
quarter,
number
Abilene
33,
Eagles
Xavier
alumni,
Johnson.
21. Your Snyder Tigers alumni, 6.
And Snyder set to kick this one away here, number 34, the toe to leather. This one's going to ground, takes a bounce, and Abilene will have excellent field position. They're going to field this one from the 50 into Snyder Tiger territory at the 43-yard line. Abilene's going to start out again with excellent field position here for their 5th possession of the evening. Coming here in the third quarter with 2:56 to go. The only other time they've started a possession tonight in Snyder territory was on that first possession after Snyder fumbled it on their own 2. Abilene recovers it on the 5. Again, that ball resting on the 43-yard line at the far side of hash mark. 2:56 to go here in the third. Abilene trying to build on their 21-6 lead. They've got a 15-point advantage right now. The fog and drizzle back in the air. We've seen it in and out tonight, clearing and then coming back, sometimes heavy at times, sometimes almost as close as being raindrops, and then going back to a lighter fog mist. And despite all this moisture, we've only seen that one fumble tonight. So again, Snyder has the ball here or Abilene has the ball on the Snyder 43-yard line. Excellent field position starting out. The snap. Michael Seeley is going to hand off to his back to Vaquan Smith. And Vaquan, a hard-fought 4 yards on the play to the 40-yard line. Give him 3, actually. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Recovered by the Abilene Eagles alumni.
There's a fumble on the field. However, Abilene alum able to recover it. So I just talked about that a few moments ago about how the moisture, we haven't seen the ball put on the ground a lot tonight, and then we just saw it. A few fans here on the home team side and a few fans braving the elements out there on the visitor side. 2:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Abilene alum with the ball on a 2nd down and 7 from the Snyder 40-yard line. Seeley gets it over to the near side. The pass has his man open and dives down to near the 20-yard line. On the reception there for Abilene, it was number 9, A.J. Alvarez. A great pass from the hands of Seeley. Alvarez pulling it in. And a first down for the Abilene Eagles. 1 yard out of that red zone. The ball resting in between the hash marks on the 21.
A.J. Alvarez.
Limping off the field, number 33, Corey Stanberry. Looks like he may have got his ankle shaken up out there, possibly. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. The clock ticking here, and the Eagles not in any rush to break out of this huddle. A lot of substitutions going on the field here for the Snyder alum. The Eagles finally breaking out of huddle here. Number 81 to the far side out there for the Eagles. We don't have his name
Michael Seeley brings his Abilene Eagles up to line of scrimmage.
Seeley in shotgun has his running back offset to his right, Vaquan Smith. Instead, a little end-around action here. Number 7 leaping up, and he's going to be dropped down. Wow. Trying to leap over a defender, and Snyder all over it. The battle of the sevens out there. Brandon Seeley tried to leap over Edwin James, and James didn't have any part of it. Going to be a nice one to go back and watch on the video. However, there is a flag on the field. Waiting to see what the penalty is on the field down there. Now 58 seconds to go. We've got penalty flags on the field, waiting to see the call. Abilene leading 21-6. They're driving. Unsportsmanlike. Now, an unsportsmanlike penalty was called and against the Eagles. That'll set the ball back here. So what would have been close to the red zone now comes back to the 31-yard line. First down and 20
for the Abilene Eagles.
For the Eagles. Ball on the near side hash mark, resting on a 31-yard line, and in shotgun is Michael Seeley. Seeley stepping back, dancing around, has a lot of room. Now he passes.
Number 8 throws the ball.
And a short here. Fumble on the play by Vaquan Smith. Did Snyder recover?
Recovered by the Snyder Tigers alumni.
The initial report out there is they did. Zach Geller, the 2013 alum, pointing that way, and a fumble on the play by the Eagles. And it will be Snyder football, I believe. Wow, good job there by Snyder. So with 27 seconds to go in the third, Abilene coughs the ball up. So we're starting to see that moisture playing some problems here. This will be the 6th possession of the evening for the Snyder Tiger alum. They'll have the ball here starting on this possession from their own 35-yard line.
10 from the 35-yard line.
As the third quarter nearing a close here. The clock stopped with 27 seconds. We've still got another quarter of action, and the Tigers, they don't want to be caught by the tail tonight. Scoring a touchdown in their last possession, the extra point attempt was no good. They tried to go for 2 on a fake field goal. Stepping back, Minton throws in the flats to the near side and in and out of the hands. Boy, you can really see that Burris out there not able to hold on to it. A lot of fans and players out there having fun, as you can probably hear on the crowd mic. Temperature down to 41 degrees. Still a lot of fog and mist. The wind has died down. It was at 9 miles an hour, now down to 3 miles an hour. Of course, 100% humidity out there. Minton stepping back. Has room. He's going to keep it here, trying to get across the 40. Finds a gap. Minton across the 45-yard line, and he will have a Snyder Tiger alum first down at the 48-yard line. And the clock ticking here. That should do it for the third quarter of action unless Snyder wants to try to get one off here. I don't believe they will. 10 seconds on the clock, and they will just let this one run down.
That play brings us to the end of the third quarter. score
At the end of the third quarter, the Abilene Eagles lead this contest 21-6. They have not been able to put it in here in the second half.
Going into
The Snyder Tigers, a little momentum on their side right now, trying to get back in this one, down 15. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, exciting fourth quarter final action of Gridiron Glory Alumni football. We'll be right back after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Back in action here, Snyder with the ball with room to run across the 40, still on his feet, down to the 35-yard line. A nice run to open up the fourth quarter for the Snyder Tigers. A nice carry there to get things hopping and rolling, and on that carry, trying to, I believe that was number 10 on the carry for the Snyder Tigers. I'm sorry, number 13, it was Jose Juarez. Snyder here with a lot of momentum. They bring the ball into Eagle territory. The ball now on the Abilene Eagle 37-yard line. Again, Abilene with the lead, 21-6 here with 11:18 to go, just underway in the fourth quarter. With Snyder trying to look here. Deep pass out of the hands of Mitten. Has a man all alone at the 5, up and not able to make the catch. Great coverage on the play by Michael Milam, the intended receiver for Snyder. Was open early, and then Michael put on the gas and just got right after him. I believe that was Joe Churchill down there, the intended receiver. Bring up second down and 10 for the Tigers. Again, that ball resting at the 37-yard line. Snyder breaking out of the huddle here. 2 men down to the left side. It's Churchill and Phil Burris. Mitten in shotgun, has a back behind him. Trips this time down to the left. 3 receivers down. Snap. Mitten going to hand off to his man. Has room, spinning his way inside.
Ball carry by number 34.
Nice run there. Ball carry by number 34, Manuel Sandoval for the Tiger alum. And now we see Jose Juarez making his way back onto the field. Had a nice run moments ago. 10:50 to go in the final chapter of this one. Number 34, Manuel Sandoval, heads to the sidelines here on the near side for the Tigers. Giving a little high five action out there to Dale Cooper, the 97 alum. It's exciting for these guys to get out here and play football, and if you want to get on the gridiron, you can do it as well. GridironGlory.com. That's all it takes. Go to GridironGlory.com to get started. 10:21 to go. High snap to Mitten. Mitten rolling over. Now he's going to keep it. Mitten on the scramble, and he will have a head-on collision just outside the 30-yard line, marked down at the 31. Tackle on the play by number 7, Brandon Seeley, and also 24, Savaje Sims out there for the Eagles. Clock ticking below 10 minutes, 9:54, the ball on the 31-yard line.
Brings up 4th down and 4.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 4 here for the Snyder Tiger alum. They've converted on big 3rd downs. Nothing coming more critical right now than this 4th down possession. They've got to convert here really to keep their hopes alive in this ball game. The way this clock has been going, it's nothing wrong with the clock. It's the run game. It's just running this clock down. Minton in shotgun. 2 receivers inside. Low snap. His man gets it. He's still dancing around, and he's going to be dropped back to the original line of scrimmage.
Snap is dropped.
Jose Water is able to fall on it. However, the Tigers not able to convert on that 4th down. It will be a turnover on downs, and the Abilene Eagles, with their 21-6 lead, have 9:15 to go in this ball game to get the W, but there's still some time left.
It'll be a turnover on downs.
6th possession upcoming of the evening here for Abilene. So a low possession game, as we talked about moments ago, a lot of time eaten off the clock here on these runs. And if the play clock was running, it's not, but if it was, I guarantee that play clock would go down to about 1, maybe sometimes over 40 seconds on each play, but I guarantee taking every moment that they possibly can here on the play clock. Nothing wrong with it, part of the game. Number 24 out there for the Snyder Tigers, Demetrius Brandon. We've called his name a couple of times tonight. And then one of your backs back there on the near side for Snyder, number 23, Gene Alcaron. 9:15 to go. Abilene with the ball. Michael Seeley in shotgun. Looking to keep it here. Scrambles up to the 34-yard line. He gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Seeley keeps the ball. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. 34-yard line.
Again, Abilene cutting the time here. Breaking out of the huddle for Abilene. Number 17, Sean Kincaid, a 2006 alum. He's going to line up as one of the 2 receivers down to the near side. 2 up top. And Seeley, the 2012 alum, in at quarterback still. Flags fly on this one. The handoff in the backfield to Vaquan Smith. Smith will be tackled for about a 2-yard gain. However, this one may be coming back, as it was possibly a false start on the play. We'll see what the call is. Normally they blow it dead if it's a false start.
Ball's handed off to Vaquan Smith.
May have been offsides by the Tigers. Oh, illegal formation against Abilene. That will move the ball back.
Offense.
5 yards.
Second down, ball on the 30-yard line.
He's 2nd down and 14 now for Abilene, with 8:19 to go in the ball game. Well, we made the 4 or 5 hour drive up here, but we're going to hang out in
for the Abilene Eagles.
Snyder tonight and head back early in the morning. Nathan and I were pretty tired, and not that long of a drive, but this late at night, we don't want to risk driving back in the rain and in this weather. 7:56 to go in this one. Abilene with the ball. Seeley in shotgun, and another false start play. We'll see if this one was either false start or encroachment, and it looks like it's going to be false start by the Eagles. Hey, Nathan, while we're at it, get a shot of this mist on these lights. I mean, this is just to give folks an idea of what this looks like out here. I mean, it almost looks like smoke. And you know that that's wreaking havoc down there on the field. Thanks for capturing that for us, Nathan. Wanted to give folks a little visualization of what kind of weather we're dealing with here. It's kind of hard to see on the field. You don't really notice much. But when you look at it in those lights, you sure can notice it. .730 and ticking here in the final chapter of play. Abilene on 2nd down and long. It's 2nd down and 19 now after that illegal formation. New quarterback in there asking for Savaje Sims. Sims stepping back. Sims heaves one downfield. Sims up, and it's almost intercepted at the 40-yard line. The intended receiver was Vacon Smith.
Ball's incomplete.
However, it was almost intercepted down there near the 40 by number 23 for the Snyder Tiger alum. That was Gene Alcaron. Called his name several times tonight. Well officiated, well played game here tonight.
For Abilene Eagles alumni.
Again, it's always our honor and privilege to bring you Gridiron Glory alumni football here on SHN Sports. Also a shout out tonight to the fine folks at Snyder Independent School District for allowing us to be in this beautiful facility for hosting this alumni game tonight. Abilene here on third down and a long 19. Savaje Sims still in at quarterback. Low snap. Sims looking. Sims has protection. Now he has to let it go. This one's up, and it is intercepted this time by Snyder into the hands of Phil Burns. And still life here for the Tigers. On a third down and 19, Savaje Sims throws it up in the air. And it's intercepted at the 45-yard line by number 8, Phil Burris.
With 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go.
Seventh possession of the evening now for the Snyder Tigers. Their last one started out on their own 35-yard line. It resulted in a turnover on downs. Before that, they were
meet at the 50-yard line, and there will be an MVP presentation.
Able to score a touchdown on their fifth possession. That one came in the third quarter. Snyder with the ball here on the 45-yard line, on their own 45. Stepping back, deep pass by Minton on the near side. And this one is intercepted right back by the Eagles. Beautifully thrown. However, Michael Seeley said, I don't think so, and he pulled it in. Man, Seeley is doing it all tonight.
Michael Seeley. Abilene Eagles alumni will take over at the 10-yard line.
Back and forth we go here. 6:55 to go in the ball game. And Abilene will have the ball back. It was Seeley again making plays. This 2012 alum is doing it all tonight. Credit his team as well, but Seeley been a wrecking ball on that field as far as the scoring and his overall play goes. But once again, I'm Rob Hipp. Nathan Hyde on camera for us tonight. George Cox, the public address announcer. If you're watching this video and want to know how can you get back on the gridiron and relive the glory days, it's simple. Go to gridironglory.com. All it takes is one person, one interest, and the folks at Gridiron Glory will make the rest happen. gridironglory.com. Savaje Sims still in at quarterback here for the Eagles. This time it's going to be a handoff to Brandon Seeley, and Seeley diving his way down, and he'll be close to the first down. He might well have enough for the first line, and he does right at the 20-yard line. A little extra effort there by Seeley, Brandon Seeley this time, wearing number 7 on that far side, and he's able to get the first down. He does go out of bounds. That will stop the clock with 6:55 to go in the ball game. The Eagles here really just wanting to run this clock out as much as possible. A very low possessive game, if you want to call it that. Each team only touching the ball 7 times tonight. 14 total possessions is all we've had. The Eagles break out of the huddle. Savaje still in there at quarterback. This time he's going to hand off to his back, and he'll be dropped in the backfield for no gain on the play.
Looks like about a loss of 1 yard.
So Savaje Sims there still playing quarterback. We've seen a Little switch up tonight between him and Michael Seeley at that quarterback position. 21-6, 6:30 and ticking here in the final chapter of play. Number 20 makes his way to the sidelines. It's Manny Apara. Yeah, it is Manny. Okay, it's the 2006 alum, number 20, Manny Aparicio, coming to the sidelines for the Tiger alum, as well as number 36, Anthony Sandoval, part of that Sandoval crew, man. There's 4 of them here tonight. Or 3 of them. 3 Sandovals in the house tonight. Back in action, Abilene. Handoff in the backfield again, stopped.
Handoff up the middle.
That one goes up the middle to number 22, Vaquan Smith, the 2014 alum. And that will bring up 3rd down and 12. Now 3rd and 11 is where they've got it marked at. So the ball resting inside the 20-yard line, on the 19-yard line. Abilene in this half has been stopped. They've been scoreless. They scored all of their 21 points on their first 3 possessions of the opening half of play, but here in the final half of play, the Snyder Tigers stepping up their defense. And that mist really coming down now. This is the heaviest I think we've seen it all night tonight. Goodness. It's almost like you'd rather it be raining here. Abilene rolls over. Sims going to keep it here as he rolls to the outside. And Sims somehow still on his feet. Man, he cannot be brought down. He throws the ball. It's fumbled. And Snyder dives on it, and they recover the ball at the 21-yard line. So Sims trying to pitch the ball back to one of his men behind him, and instead throws it on the ground, and it is picked up by number 24 for the Snyder Tigers, Demetrius Brandon, the 2004 alum. And folks, Snyder, even with 4:49 to go and down by 15, still not out of this one yet.
Zach Geller. Snyder Tigers alumni will take over at the 21-yard line. 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the 4th quarter.
Snyder takes over here on the Abilene 21-yard line, threatening in the red zone. .449 to go in the ball game. 21-6 the score, Abilene leading. Snyder trying to punch another one in here. Snap, Minton, he's going to keep it. Minton drives through, uses his line, dives down near the 15. They're going to mark him at the 17-yard line.
Keeps the ball.
And now the line judge goes to the 16. The clock running here, 4:47 and counting.
The ball will be spotted on the 16-yard line. Special thanks to Joel Cox of the Gridiron Glory Alumni Football Business. He will be presenting the MVP football at the end of the game.
You just heard George there. Joel Cox going to be presenting that MVP football. I think it's safe to say we know who that's going to be. Snyder here with the ball, looking Minton, and he's shaking bakes this time to the right side. He's going to keep it again, lowers his shoulder. And a Minton, aggressive quarterback play out there. And on that play, I think his helmet came off. Sure does. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Actually, 3rd down and 5. Timeout called on the field by the Snyder Tigers. That'll stop the clock. 4:02 to go in the ball game. We'll take a break as well. When we come back, Gridiron Glory Alumni football continues. Snyder driving. We'll be right back after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Snyder trying to do something with it here. Coming back on the near side. Now to the outside, dancing around a few defenders. And will finally be brought down way back in the backfield. We've seen a few of those plays tonight. Once again, that's got to be the moisture out there playing havoc, wreaking havoc on these players tonight.
Ball will be spotted on the 33-yard line.
.330 and counting. It's going to be 4th down and a mile here. They've got to get to the 10-yard line to get the first down. Do the Snyder Tigers. So one last gasp here for Snyder as they try to do something on 4th down. Deep pass to the corner end zone. Up, diving. Did he come up with it?
To the right side.
Let's see what the call is. Wow, what a play. Unbelievable. 33 yards on a 4th down.
At the 5-yard line, folks.
And a flip-a-rooski down there on the play. And, man, I wasn't sure. The number was hard to read down there on that far side, but a 33-yard touchdown pass. Unbelievable. (21-12) your score here with 2:35 to go in the ball game. Unbelievable change of events here.
Was that number 5, Draylon Jackson, on the catch? Yes, it was.
Draylon Jackson,
Penalty.
we just heard, was the one with the catch down there. Number 5. Wow.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
.235 to go in the ball game. Tigers down by 9. Got to go for 2 here. Rolling. Mitten going to try to go in itself. Diving in. Mitten has the 2-point conversion.
For the 2-point conversion.
They needed it. They got it. 14-21. It is a 7-point ball game with 2:35 to go. And more than likely the Tigers here will go for the onside kick. There is an injured Abilene player on the field. Once again, thanks for joining us here. The Abilene Eagles versus the Snyder Tigers. Live tonight from Tiger Stadium in Snyder, Texas. Beautiful football game so far, but not so beautiful of a night. As it is cold, it is raining, misting, whatever you want to call it. The wind is starting to pick back up from the north. Just a little chilly winter night here in Texas. I'm glad you could join us. Well, hey, if you want to get on the gridiron, you want to know how you can get back out on the field? Simple. Visit gridironglory.com. Get back to the gridiron and relive your glory days. Register today at www.gridironglory.com. Back in action here, 2:35 to go in the ball game. Look for Snyder on the onside kick. Hear players down there, the crowd saying one more. They want this. I need one more out there on the field. Kick is on its way. They're just going to kick this one. Illegal procedures. It goes out of bounds.
Ball would be kicked out of bounds.
So they did not opt for the onside kick. Instead, kicks this one. It rolls out of bounds.
With 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game, your score is
2:35 to go in the ball game here. Abilene leading by 7, 21-14, and they have the ball.
14.
Here's some of the fans saying that they want a re-kick. Of course, that's not going to happen here. So 2:35 to go. By 7, 21-14. Back in action here. The officials blow the start of the whistle. 2:35 to go in the ball game. Abilene with the ball. They have it on their own 38-yard line.
Number 8, Michael Seeley.
Seeley in shotgun. High snap. Or beg your pardon, it's not Seeley. It's
Ball's handed off up the middle.
penalty flags fly on the
Number
play.
7, Brandon Seeley. But there's a penalty on the field.
This one goes up to Brandon. There is a flag. This one may be coming back, waiting to see the call. Clock stop 2:33. Again, Abilene leading 21-14. 7-point advantage. And it will be a false start by Abilene. That'll set them back 5. It'll be first down and 15.
Illegal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That ball will go inside the 30-yard line now after the penalty. Clock running. 2:30 to go in the ball game.
That'll bring up a 1st and 15 for the Abilene Eagles. At the conclusion of tonight's game, both teams will shake hands at the 50-yard line, and there will be an MVP presentation. Ball's pitched to the left.
Abilene here. The pitch goes to the man in the back. 22 has the ball, and he'll be stopped in the backfield. Maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. On the carry by Abilene, it was number 22, Vaquan Smith.
Snyder Tigers alumni. With 1:52 to go in the game, folks.
It's going to be second down and long here. 1:52 to go in the final chapter of play if things hold on, but Snyder still trying to get one last shot at this one. They're down by 7, 21-14. The ball resting at the 29-yard line on the far side hash mark. Snyder desperately wanting this ball back. The kickoff here earlier moments ago, they opted not to go for the onside. Instead, grounded the kick. It goes out of bounds for an illegal procedure. But then the defense coming up huge here. Again, they're holding. Give Snyder credit. They're holding the defense scoreless here in the second half. In shotgun, one receiver to either side. High pitch, now faking. Sims has daylight. Sims looking. Sims passing up, and it is somehow caught for the left side of the marker, and almost enough for a first down. He'll be short by about a yard or two.
Short of the first down.
Leaping up, nice catch. In traffic, and a second down and long turns into a third down.
I believe that pass
and
was
2.
Number 24, Chevalier Smith.
Chevalier Sims with the pass there for Abilene. May have went to his brother Chevalier. Here we go, 1:52 to go. Clock is stopped, and they're asking for it to run. They're not running the clock.
The middle for a first down.
First down on the play, and now the clock runs. And the officials calling for the clock to run. So that third down, a big third down, turns into a first down. The second down pass reception, huge for Abilene on this possession. And
Abilene Eagles first down.
that should do it here. It's going to be 1:27 to go in the ball game, and they're letting the clock run here. A valiant effort by the Snyder Tigers here in the second half, able to stop the bleeding from Abilene, but may have been too little too late. The ball does go on the ground. It's coughed up again by Abilene. Savaje Sims dropping the ball again, waiting to see who fell on it. And coming up with the ball, number 71, Jordan Fry. So a break there for Abilene. Tough break for the Snyder Tigers, as they would have potentially had that ball back. 1:03 to go if they would have had the ball back, and an opportunity to tie the ball game or take the lead.
Loss of about 6 yards on the play.
However, that resulted in a loss of 6. It'll be second down and long here for Abilene. The clock is stopped. 1:03 to go in the ball game. Again, Abilene with that 7-point lead, 21-14. And they take a knee on this one. And that should just about do it here as the clock running down.
Ball will be spotted on the 45-yard line.
Clock ticking at 45 seconds. That may get one more play off here. But Abilene will come out of this contest victorious 21-14. Lining up into victory formation. Taking a knee, clock at 30 seconds, that should do it.
Good, clean, fought game. We appreciate both teams.
And that clock's still ticking down. We'll make the official call.
Everybody,
the game is over.
The officials
in 9 seconds, 5 seconds
weather.
on the clock now as we wind down.
Thank you for coming out and watching the game.
And a second half rally comeback by the Snyder Tigers falls short. The Abilene Eagles victorious 21-14. They continue their alumni winning streak. Snyder, a valiant effort again in that second half, but not able to come back here. The defense, though, not allowing any points in that second half after the first 3 possessions resulted in touchdown scores. The player of the game is going to be Michael Seeley. We'll join him hopefully down on the field here in a few moments as we make our way down to the field.
The Abilene Eagles.
We'll be right back after this.
The Snyder Tigers alumni 14. We appreciate everyone coming out to the game. Please drive home safely. Let's get all players to the 50-yard line. Take a knee for the Lord's Prayer.
Hey, Nathan, Rob Hibb down here with the Gridiron Glory player of the game, number 8, Michael Seeley. Nathan, can you hear us okay up there? Give us a thumbs up if you got us. So Nathan up there on the camera. Michael, man, hey, what a game. I'm going to say it, man, hell of a game tonight. You know, you guys came out in that first half, scored on all 3 first possessions. I don't know if you knew that. And that was you. So on all those possessions, you had a couple of touchdown runs and then a nice grab as you literally walked into the end zone backwards. What was it like being out here tonight playing in this alumni game?
It was a good opportunity, man. Cold, very cold with all this rain, but great opportunity for all of us. Good job by my team. Great job by Snyder in the second half, man. We got scared there for a second. They started coming back. But no, it was great. We enjoyed it. God bless. God bless. Yes, sir.
Well, hey, man, how long have you been playing in alumni football, and what's been some of your favorite moments so far? I know tonight was a good one,
right.
but how long have you been doing this, man, and what's your favorite part about getting out here playing on the gridiron?
I've been 2 years now. This is going to be my 4th game. And then probably the most memorable is this one right here, man. I've never played in weather like this. This is something else, yes, sir. But it was a good experience. It was a lot of fun. It's been fun. I can't say anything else. When you win, you just have fun.
Well, Michael, what was going through your mind there? You know, you guys scored on those opening 3 possessions, okay? And then in the second half, though, give the Snyder Tigers defense credit. They held you guys. They shut y'all out in the second half. And they had a rally there. You know, it almost coughed the ball up. They could have had a chance there with a minute to go, but you guys luckily able to get back on that ball. What was going through your mind there in that second half as Snyder really started putting the hammer down on the defense like you guys did to them in the first half?
Nerve-wracking. You just try to get your guys. You try to get them composed, make sure they calm down, make sure that it's just football. You got to, teach them right. Make sure that they know that we got to make that tackle. We got to make that play just to get us to the end of the game. And they did. At the end of the game, they made plays to finish it out for us.
Well, Michael, I know it's cold, man. I know you guys are a little used to it. I'm not, man, so we're going to wrap this up.
Yes,
but,
sir.
hey, as always, before we go, we got a camera up there. It's actually on you right now,
Yes,
and the audio's going through as well. Who do you want to send some love out there to tonight, man?
My girlfriend, Taylor. She knows why I'm laughing. My daughter, Lakin, and just my family and God. So.
Hey, well, an awesome guy right here. Great role model. Michael Seeley, man. Congratulations on the win. God bless you, and Merry Christmas, man.
Hey,
We'll see you out here next time, brother.
Yes, sir.
Once again, that's your SHN Sports player, or beg your pardon, your Gridiron Glory player of the game here on SHN Sports, Michael Seeley. Nathan will send it back up to you. I'll be up there in a few moments. Up to the broadcast booth. I'm Rob Hibb. Nathan High was on camera for us tonight. George Cox, the public address announcer. And
tell you what, if I'm going to get back on that gridiron, I got to start working out, man. Those steps killed me. So, well, friends, once again, great interview down there. Michael Seeley made it easy. What a great young man. Great role model. And as we conclude this broadcast tonight, again, I mentioned most of it already. The Abilene Eagles scored on their first 3 possessions. However, Snyder shut them down in that second half. On behalf of everyone at Gridiron Glory Alumni Football and SHN Sports, I'm Rob Pipp. Nathan Hyde again was our cameraman. George Cox, our public address announcer. And as always, the fine folks here at Snyder Independent School District for the hosting with their beautiful facility tonight here in Snyder, Texas. Again, your final score, the Abilene Eagles defeat the Snyder Tigers 21-14. We'll catch you next time here on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. Until then, God bless. Merry Christmas, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.